but now we're looking into suicide calls. And you said that there's been an increase in those calls.
Well, there's been an increase since April, and it's just been a steady, slight increase from what it was, after it was closed. When basically we had the stay-at-home order, and everybody was asked to stay at home, and we were all kind of isolated, staying at home for the most part, and only going out for groceries and essential things. Our calls have started to increase somewhat since then.
Wow. Do you know by how much?
Uh, Not a huge percentage, because they've gone up by a couple of hundred each month, but that's about it. It's not a staggering amount by any means.
Wait, a couple of hundred? That's a lot.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess it depends on the person, but it went up like, so you would say it's gone up 200%?
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm only saying a couple of hundred calls
Oh,
out of, like, 1,500. It's gone up to like 1,700.
oh,
But
okay.
it's only a couple of hundred. No, 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 no. I would say that was no,
Oh, okay. Thank you for
no,
clarifying.
no, no.
And why do you think that's so?
I think that when people were in the house with family, they didn't feel as if they were free to give a call. That they had people around them, uh, and if they were feeling rather, I mean, even though they had people around them, you could be with people and still kind of feel isolated and unheard and not understood.
Mhm.
Uh, but you also don't feel free to get on the phone and call. Now, on the more anonymous ways to contact, like chat or text, those stayed very busy. Those contacts remained the same. But also, you have to remember, and I think when we talked previously, I told you that we do not have as many volunteers working the phone lines as we had before. And it's kind of like a field of dreams thing. The more people you have answering the phone, the more calls you can answer.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. So if that means it could be more people that are calling.
Yes, yes.
Wow. And I know when folks call, you assist them in trying to reason with them and make sure they're in the right frame of mind so that they don't do anything to harm themselves or anyone else. But just for the sake of this interview, what can you say to people who right now are just, they're in dire need of help? They're really suffering right now, and unfortunately, they feel like the only way out is out.
Well, when people feel like the pressure has built up and things just get to feel like too much and things seem to like narrow in on you, and you only see your pain has become so much and so intense that you think that the only way out is just to end everything because your pain is so much you can't problem solve anymore. Oh, we do ask that you take a moment to give a call to the suicide line, or that you stop to chat, to check out the uh, the suicide lifeline chat, and give that a try, uh, because everybody needs to be listened to. We want to hear your story. We want to hear your pain. We want to understand what's going on, because that's the most important thing that we can do for each other. even if you know somebody that feels like they're a burden, that feels like they can't go on one more day, we need to just stop and listen and say, hey, tell me what's going on. What is the thing? Because we have stressors that build up on us. And often it'll be just one more thing. I just can't bear it. And then I just snap. And so we need to find out, what is that one more thing? What is it that you finally just got to the point that you can't bear it? Please tell me. And for me to just sit and listen. I don't need, I am not at that point listening to you try to talk me out of it, to tell me it's a stupid idea, that, I'm worth more than that, because that's not where I'm at right then. I just need someone to listen to me, to hear and validate my feelings, let me get it out until I'm calmed down. And then, maybe then, after I've related that, we can start to reason and we can start to problem solve. And you can start giving me some resources on where I might get some help, because I'll be more open to it then, after I've been able to make that connection. And that's what we do over the phone. That's what our phone counselors learn, is how to listen, how to reflect back feelings and thoughts that we hear from our callers, and then move on to problem solving after people get their thoughts validated and the feelings validated.
Wow. And it doesn't just have to be someone who's just on the verge of ending it all. Could it be someone who is just depressed and they feel like they need someone to talk to? Because I know you're a 24-hour hotline.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can be depressed. You can be very nervous. Maybe you've got a public speaking event coming up. Maybe you're going to be on WZDX TV, and you're very nervous about having to talk to a reporter. And so you call to talk about that. And you can get that anxiety over, to talk to somebody about it, because all your friends are tired of hearing about it by now. They don't want to hear about it anymore. Or maybe you're lonely. You don't have anybody to talk to, and you're holed up in an apartment. You don't have a way to get out anymore. You're elderly. Maybe you're disabled. You just need someone to talk to. And we're there for that also.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Because, like you said, it adds up. One thing leads, well, not one thing leads to another, but it just takes that one thing
Yeah.
to straw that breaks the camel's back. And so had someone been able to, from the start, speak with someone, then it wouldn't have gotten so further along as it has.
Sure.
Yeah, and I just want to ask, have you all done any type of campaigning or promoted something specifically during this pandemic? I know UAB has done something, but I was curious to know if you all have done anything in particular. I know you're already a crisis hotline, but is there anything that you've done different since this pandemic?
We are working on developing some really short videos on a YouTube page, and also Instagram, for sexual assault and also suicide prevention, that people can go and connect with, and get some more information on how to help themselves and how to help others too, because we want people to have that. You can link to it through our website.
Okay, so you have your social media, but now you're getting ready to roll out some video.
Yes, we
That's
want to
good.
expand that.
That's good. Have that social media exchange.
Yes, that's how you connect with people.
Yes, yes. And I think that just about covers it. Oh, I don't know if you're able to share this, but I will ask just in case. Have you noticed a particular demographic that has called you all the most since the pandemic?
No, not in particular.
Okay.
Particular. Uh, through the chat and the text, we have a lot of younger people that have chatted and text, but not through the call line. It's been a good variety.
Variety of people. Okay. And lastly, just confirming, when you say that you all have gone up a couple hundred more, was that since the stay-at-home order went in, or was it the stay-at-home or the safer-at-home order?
It's safer at home. After the safer at home, when people started getting out more, our calls just started gradually increasing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, once people started getting out, people started calling more.
You would think when people are inside that they would call more, right?
Well, that's what I thought, but that was not the case. But that was the same way with people who were experiencing domestic violence. And I think that certainly with domestic violence, when you couldn't get out, you were there with your abuser, and he or she certainly wasn't going to let you call to say, hey, somebody's abusing me. You know, you're just not able to do that. And so you couldn't call until somebody else was leaving the house, and you were able to have some alone time. And I think that alone time is what makes the difference.
Wow, that's good to know. Very, very, very good information there. Thank you so much, Connie. Unless
Sure.
there's unless there's anything else that you want to add, I think we're good to go.
Okay, well, make sure that you post the suicide prevention line, our helpline number, and do you have our text line number?
We do, but just in case, we have like a whole link, but I would love for you to still provide it just in case.
Okay, it's 256-722-8219. It operates between 4 p.m. and 11:30, 7 days a week. And we encourage people to send us a text because there's somebody there during that time. Or you can chat through the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline by going on their website.
Oh, so you all, oh, duh. You all changed the hours. It's because of COVID?
No, our call center is 24/7. Our text line is limited
Oh,
to
okay.
4 to 11. The text is limited, but the call center is 24/7.